HiRevz Media is sponsored by Born to Ride Motorcycle Magazine. Check out borntoride.com.
Alright guys, back working on the Genesis again today, and we're finally changing this steering wheel out. So got some goodies from VMS in, and NRG hub in there. So I'm going to use these, get everything installed. Let me show you what that steering wheel looks like. Alright guys, here's that steering wheel. So it's just a black leather with a blue stitch. It's got a real nice look to it, and this is like a brushed aluminum in there. That's anodized black or whatever. Look, this is the cherry on top. There's the horn button and surround and all that good stuff. So this is gonna look really good in here, especially with all the blue gauges and everything. So decided to get that going. They also sent me a couple other goodies down here to play around with, and so we'll get all that stuff on, so show you everything. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove these T40s, and you can see them right in there. So there's one here and one on the other side that is a Torx bit 40 size. So one each side that holds on the actual airbag in place. So once those are done, the airbag will just kind of fall out. So it's not like a Honda one that you can just yank on. And you do want to be careful with these. It's a really good idea to disconnect the battery, because if you end up touching some wires together, you could pop this thing in your face and hurt yourself really bad. So keep that in mind. So the first thing, like I said, T40s, and got one of those here. So we're just gonna run that up and pull this off. All right, guys, the bit I was trying to use was way too fat. It wouldn't fit in the plastic, so I had to get this. So this is an Allen head style, the way that it's built, but it's a Torx bit in here, so that should work for us now. All right, guys, once the bolts are loosened, it doesn't take much pressure, and this will just pop right off. It's got one little clip around the bottom that's kind of holding it, and then that'll pop out. And then you've got your wires here that you've got to disconnect. Okay, so you can unplug this one, which is fine. So this white plug, but the other two, you have to flip up the airbag this way, and then the little yellow clips, you're gonna pull those down towards you, and then these should pop right off. So that's your two airbag ones, and then that's just the horn one there. Pretty simple, not much to that. All right, guys, once you're down to here, now we're just going to take that off, which looks like a 19. I'm going to confirm that, and we'll break it loose. All right, guys, I was way off. It's not a 19. It's a 22. All right, guys, so here it is. I got it loose, left it on a few threads so you can get it off without hitting yourself. And now you're just going to work it. There it is. That's it. So now it's broken loose. So I'm going to set it back some. Now, one thing you want to make sure of is that obviously it's clocked right here. You can keep working with it clocked if you want to, because it's locked in place, but you got to make sure you remember which way is up, because otherwise your steering wheel is going to be off. So it'll let you put it on anyway. So what I want to do is unlock, just for my dumb brain so I don't screw it up, unlock the steering wheel and let it move back to the center. Make sure everything's good and centered up, so I know I'm pretty good. And that seems like I don't ever get this right. But I want to get that as centered as I can, and then you can take the nut off, and you're going to need the nut and the washer for the next wheel, and then you just work steering wheel off. And then this is your clock spring. So the clock spring here is to hook up your airbag and everything, and it rotates with everything. So it's kind of got a bit of a spring to it, but it rotates back and forth as you turn, okay, so that it keeps everything in line. This also controls your blinkers and whatnot. There it goes, see? So if you get rid of this, you have to manually do your blinkers. And if you just get rid of it completely and use one of the really cheap hubs instead of an NRG hub, which I wish I could have done, because I bought one first, because I like doing as cheap as I can, then you end up having to buy the separate wires that NRG sends. And as far as I can tell, they're the only place that sells these wires. But these are actually fused, but they've got little resistors built into them, and those actually plug in to keep the airbag light come on. So the SRS airbag light's on, your traction control doesn't work right, your turn signals doesn't work right. None of that stuff works. And then the horn, you've got a big long wire that runs down that ends up tangling up. And this is what everybody keeps showing. And when I was looking at everything, I looked through multiple different ones, multiple hubs, and wanted to see exactly how this would fit and work. And this will go down and work by itself without the clock spring, but everybody's taking this apart and checking it. So if you look at the hub right here, you've actually got a hole right here in it. So we can actually put the wires through here, and we get the wires in, and they will actually fit exactly how we need it to go. So we can get this down on the hub all the way down. So this will slide down on there, and look, you can see that the clock spring itself and the plugs and everything here will fit perfectly fine, and it'll sit all the way down on here. Let's look at that. So now it's sitting down all the way, completely flush down where it needs to be. There's plenty of threads in here. The threads, you know, everything's perfectly fine. Everything will bolt back up, and your wires are fitting perfectly fine. So this is exactly how you need to do it. And the clock spring works, the turn signals work, everything's gonna work correctly now. All right, guys, the nut is all tight. All this is good to go. I got it locked back in place so it doesn't move on me. And now these plugs just go right into here. So I'll hook up those two resistors there and then get the horn figured out. All right, guys, so now moving on to the horn. So if you have the white plug, you don't need these extra wires. So if you have steering wheel controls, then the white plug here is going to have to come out with the steering wheel. So you can see here on the ones that have it, you've got extra wires for the steering wheel controls. All of that has to come apart so that you can actually plug these wires directly in. But because mine doesn't have steering wheel controls, I don't have to worry about that. I can hook my horn directly to the wires that are there without having to worry about it. However, one thing I do want to do is go ahead and tape this up, because these do feel like they're sliding a little bit. So I want to make sure those are secured. So I'm going to put some tape around this way and around that way. Make sure those are going to stay. All right, guys, so I got those all taped up. So now I'm just going to end up tucking these back in place. Just kind of wrapping them around the inner part of the hub here. Let's fit those in. And then we're going to set the steering wheel up into place. And make sure when you're putting your steering wheel on, you know, it depends on if you have a trim ring or anything like that. I mean, you can bolt it up directly here, but if you're going to run the trim ring, you're going to need to get it together, obviously, otherwise you'll forget it and end up taking it apart like I normally have to do everything. And then that'll set up in place like this, and then obviously the dot and the logo are top, so that's what you want to do with that. Right now it's turned, so we'll get that locked down on there. All right, guys, there it is. Car is on and running. Obviously my TPMS is still messed up. I think I have a sensor with a dead battery, and the door is open. But besides that, there's no SRS bag, and the best part is the traction control still works correctly. So all of that's still good, and I have turn signals that work correctly. And all of this fits and everything moves freely, nothing's in a bind. This is exactly the way that you're supposed to do it, because this fits perfectly with the actual clock spring in the hub. Everything still works perfect, and it went on super quick because I didn't have to take any of this apart. So this is the way you're supposed to do it, and it looks good, it works good. Everything works the way that it's supposed to work. One thing we did do is we added a little bit of like double-sided tape down in here to hold the horn button in between these two pieces. Just on this wheel, added a little bit there, just to make sure it doesn't just spin on us. But the VMS stuff looks great. That wheel looks awesome on there. So much nicer looking than what it was before. Super happy with that. All right, guys, we got the VMS wheel on. We also got these. They're just bolts and or nuts and washers rather. But they got these tiny little VMS logos on them, which is pretty cool looking. So I just did the blue and the black, and I did these for the strut bar. That's what they actually sell these for, and you could really put them anywhere that fits that size. And then also got this right here, which is a radiator cap cover, and it's just a blue radiator cap cover. I'll show you what that looks like. I love it when stuff comes in fancy boxes, but that's a radiator cap cover. Just to have a little more blue, a little anodized blue under the hood. So I've only got a radiator cap under there currently. So I'm hoping that fits. All this stuff is for a Honda or Acura, so I'm fitting it on a Hyundai. So let's see if it all works. All right, guys, check this out. It's an aluminum radiator cap cover. Fits perfectly on there. So that's a Honda part, fits perfectly on a Hyundai. And these are the strut mounts. These are the nuts here. The stock ones, 14 millimeter, came right off. Brand new ones went right on. So these are the VMS ones, 14 millimeters, fit perfectly. Honda Acura parts, perfectly on the Hyundai. So those, I got links in the description of the steering wheel, and these will be in the description. So there are different colors. So our site's kind of weird. We haven't added all the colors yet, but if you will, make sure if you do buy something that you mark what color there is. You can go on VMS's website, look up the colors, and you can use code NEW10 for any new customer. Get 10% off of our website. So check that out, and pretty cool stuff. I'm gonna finish this up. All right, guys, so those worked beautifully. Got those on there, the radiator cap cover on there. Little VMS sticker here. I love their stickers. They're so nice. They're like the metal, actual metal backed stickers that are really nice and sticky. They work good. But that looks pretty dang cool. And I still need to clean under here. I'm really bad about cleaning under the hood. So I need to clean under here really good, and then touch up some of this stuff that's put some, tire shines kind of stuff on there or something. But that looks pretty dang good. I'm pretty happy with that.
AMSOIL makes it easy for you to change your own oil with the ultimate oil change. Our Shop by Vehicle tool takes the guesswork out of picking the right oil and filter for your vehicle. Then choose the best product and packaging option for you from a complete list of product recommendations. And get everything you need to complete the job shipped right to your door with fast, free delivery for the protection you demand and the performance you deserve. Shop by Vehicle at AMSOIL.com.
Mm-hmm.